Seven Nails. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. I'll have to rewatch later. Miss everyone. Praying that everyone is good health. Hello, hello. Haven't seen you in a while. Um, I'm here, but I'm gonna wipe off my hands a little bit. I just put lotion on them, and I do not like working with lotion on my hands. It just makes everything slippery, and I can't open my bottles. But my hands, my fingers were a little ashy, so I had to kind of do that. Let me get one more thing. Hang on one second. All right. I got to get my computer. I don't know if we're gonna have any mods on today, but I will mod it. All right. Okay. Thank you all for jumping on tonight. I hope you all can hear me. Let's see here. I got to get my computer fired up. Hang on one second. All right. Okay, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the St. Patty's Day theme. The greens and the golds. I actually love doing this. I love green and I love gold, and I think this is probably one of the only times that you could get away with green and gold for the whole year. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. So thank you all for jumping on. I see Lena, Crystal, Polished Bell Nails. Hello, DG. Hello, hello. Okay, so we're gonna start by prepping the nail. So I already kind of pre prep these nails. So I'm just gonna secure the cuticle. Okay. Secure the perimeter. All right. Hello, Sandra. Thanks for jumping on Miss Cheryl's place. Hello, hello. All right. Oops. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little. I was thinking about what to do. Obviously, I wanted to do something kind of for the season for St. Patty's Day, and so I was thinking like um, yeah, obviously something green and gold. Like I said before, I love green and I love gold, and I think this is the only time of year that you can do it. So I love doing green and gold on my clients during this time of year. So I'll get to that, but yeah, let's go ahead and start building these nails. I decided to do um, one kind of almond shaped, and 1 tapered square. I got a habit of tearing this off here. With Sally, I keep forgetting that you don't tear that off just because it sticks better. It stays on better. See that? So much better. So this one's going to be our almond. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and start here. Okay. Is everybody with me? All right. Giggles Nails, hello. Andrea. So MJ is actually not here right now. So I'm backing her up today. So you'll have me for the next like 3 lives, I think. I think I'm doing one, well, this one tomorrow morning at 9:30, and one I believe on Friday, something like that. I'll have to look at my schedule. I forgot. But so let's go ahead and build this one just to get it out of the way, and then we'll go to the next. So I'm using concealer pink. So we're gonna do once again. If you're just getting on, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stay in the season. I'm gonna do green and gold now. Okay. Where's my tile? Got like 70 tiles sitting here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and clean that off. So you see how I just, I place it there everywhere I need it, and then I just come out and wipe it into shape. So it's, if you're taking a long time to do this, this is like, I mean, I believe one of the easiest parts about gel. I kind of just put the product where it needed to be. I know I was kind of sloppy on the sides, a little bit over here. I mean, I wasn't that bad, but I come in, I clean my brush on both sides really good, get that nice and flat, and then clean off your side. This side doesn't have any gel on it, and just clean off your side with that. Okay, really easy to maneuver. So I'm going to now I normally put on protein bond, but I didn't this time for some reason. I don't know why. But I can do it now. Never too late. Okay. That's enough. Let that dry a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with my base and secure it. Whoop, a little bit too much. I'll wipe some off. So all I'm doing, I'm weaving the base in my prepped 150 file nail, and I'm extending it down to what I built in my extension, and I'm gonna you dead? No, you're not dead. Come on. No. There we go. All right. Ooh, man, sorry about my nail. I did I you guys know that we have the My Salon Suites, and I was someone's coming in to one of the suites that's not a hairstylist, so I had to remove the shampoo bowl and stuff like that, and reinstall it in other rooms. So I hope my hands aren't too bad. I smashed my thumb a long time ago, so it's kind of bad. But so that's what I did today. I washed my hands and cleaned them as best as I can. But I'm like I don't know. I do a lot of things with my hands, so sorry about that. Um, what do we got here? Okay, so then on this hand, I'm going to go ahead and go with my protein bond. I missed it the first time around, and this finger is going to be my tapered square. Okay. Yeah, MJ called me last night. She was preparing herself for her day today. There at Young Nails. They had a whatnot also today. Kind of cool. I was on there a little bit watching it. Super good deals. Very good deals. If you guys aren't on their whatnot, you should be. Actually, kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to create my my tapered square like this length. So I want to pinch past so I could get a nice taper, and it's it'll still have a C curve. But if you pinch it right where you're gonna right when you're gonna wipe, right where you're gonna wipe, you're gonna have too much of a pinch. So if you decide that, I'm gonna go like to this line right here, so I pinch past the line so I could get a C curve still, and I'll still be able to get my taper square in there. Okay. So yeah, I know I'm not like, I mean, I could mimic MJ. I've been watching her teach. I've been listening to her teach for years, probably 16 years, 17 years now. So I know, her movements. I know what to say, but it's different when you're teaching yourself. You forget some of the things, and you just kind of. So I'm just going right into it. So you guys saw me do this before. You guys notice, um, I got all my. Okay, I got a little hair right here. I need to cut off. Okay. So you guys notice I got all my concealer pink where I want it. It looks horrible right now, but I clean my brush on both sides really good. And I'm talking, I've seen someone actually, so they come in and they have, they have some on their brush, and we say clean your brush really good, and I see them kind of do this. Well, that's not really good because you still have all kinds of gel on there, and I had to go back and say, no, clean it really good, like, you know, till the gel's like almost off your brush. Really good. Oops. Ooh, wee, that was that protein bond, but it didn't spill. So I'm going to come in here. Got a little taper square action going on. Okay. So I got both sides, and then I'm going to go here where I said I was going to go. And I think we're good. Just needs a little bit just to kind of freeze it into place. Okay. And then I'm going to clean my brush again, go into base, and connect. So once again, notice I'm not floating it on. I'm actually letting my bristles fan out a little bit, and I'm really working the base in there. If you guys are having trouble with lifting, don't float your base. You want to really get your base in there. You know, even if you think your base is too thin, then do two thin coats. You know, I mean, I would recommend not to, but if you insist on, you know, you just think that your base is too thin, I would put two thin coats on. Not necessary, but um, one thin coat is really nice. You know, if you're just starting doing gel and you don't know, like, I feel a lot of people are worried about when their client comes back, because we also teach how to file off the product or down the product. Come on, baby. Okay. Okay. All right. There you go. So a lot of people are concerned about, like, when to stop taking off color, you know, and we tell people, when you see your base, when you get down to the base, then that's when you stop. You know, if you're new with gel, you know, and then if you want to put two thin coats of base, go right ahead. You know, it's not gonna hurt anything, especially if you have this length here. You know, if you have a length like this, it's not even a problem. So I'm going to close up all the gels that I'm not using. And get my light over here. And put it in for that cure. It only needs about 30 seconds, but we're just going to go through the whole 60 so I could come over here and see who's here. Nails Minneapolis, hello, hello. Henry Rice, I really need better brushes. Yep, man, I have been floating my base for years. Yeah. Protein bond is pro gravity. It loves to spill. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and I actually put the lid on and then I kicked it over. So I'm like, I'm so happy I put the lid on, because we would have had a problem. I mean, we have plenty of them. I mean, we get them. I think we just ordered some, and we get like 6 at a time, just so we'll have them. So if you guys are, if you guys are buying one, and yeah, and that one spills, you're kind of screwed. So anyhow, so wait a minute, did that even go on? Just in case it didn't, I'll just run it. I think it did the first time. Eric, you have some of the best shaping. Thank you. Thank you. Andre Frackers asked, is Whatnot an auction? Yes, it is. It's a dopamine rush. It's like putting $20 in a slot machine and hoping to win a grand prize. It gets a little dangerous too. So if you're that kind of person who loves that dopamine rush, might want to consider staying off of it. But or you could come on MJ's and do your thing. Nah, just kidding. So I have a better way of doing this. I was There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna get my nippers, and you see that shape already coming in, guys. So there you have it. A little bit up here, tapered square. Look at that, beautiful. Okay, and then we're just gonna do a short almond. Let's see what we got. Okay, cool. Okay, so on this design, I was actually looking at MJ's page from a few years ago, and something that she did, and then I did them like right after that. But I really love this design. It's, I think it's hot. I think it's super super cool. So basically, I was looking for the so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do kind of an abstract smile line. Okay, so if a client comes into me and they want smile lines, I'm like, okay, I could do smile lines. It's just going to take a little bit longer, or I could give you like an abstract smile line, and and I'll say, look, here's what we'll do. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna build up with build pink or concealer pink because I like the color, and I'm just gonna make a random smile line, and then a random smile line here, and then I'm gonna come up with one of these greens, and I'm going to do the bottom portion of the smile line in green, and then I'm gonna line it with these gold flakes. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna add a little twist to it, but it's gonna be that. So, I was at the salon today, and I failed to find a darker screen. I was looking for the darkest screen that I could find, but I'm gonna do something a little bit different. So this is actually pretty dark. This um, is it called Illusion? Yeah, it's called Illusion. This is like super super green. You guys see that? I mean, it's pretty. Um, I just wanted green, like a dark green. This is gonna be a little bit too light. This is green with envy. It's beautiful color. I just didn't want it to be that light. I think this is a little bit on the like teal, like blue side. So I'm not gonna use that. That's not why I'm here. Okay, let's look at this one. This is a really pretty green, but it's not what I was shooting for. I love the greenish gold kind of tint. Super cool. So we're gonna go ahead and use this one, and then so since I wanted that real vibrant green, I'm gonna use um probably gonna use some of this glitter on top of this and glitter press it on. So it's just gonna bring out that real deep green. Okay. Um yeah. So let's go ahead and get started with this. Sandra said, I got a 50 pack of files the other day for 27 bucks. Yeah. I am 12 years old, artist. Do you have any tips on getting customers so I can make some money? Man, I was a little hustler at your age. I started tapering pants. My mom had a sewing machine, and she showed me, I would taper my own pants, and I would sew stuff like, I don't know, uh like hem my own pants and things like that at like 10, 11 years old. And so I charged $2 per leg. And I would taper the side, like you taper the sides, and then I would either do a cuff, and I would sew that in, or if they just wanted it tapered, it would be tapered. But I'd make $4, and I was making, I don't know, I'd probably do, I don't know, anywhere from 5 pairs to 15 pairs a week at one point. So I'm not saying that you have to do that, but it's a good way to make some dough. What the kale is my favorite green. I used it today for my daughter's nails. I think I probably have it here, but I don't know. I looked at stuff, but it just sometimes things have to. You guys already know about men. Sometimes things have to be right in front of their face. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of just randomly place it on. I really like this pink. I was considering, you know, I was thinking to myself, like, should I use concealer pink, or should I do concealer peach? I like both of them. And then I started looking into these like Lexis and all that other stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going old school. All right. Now obviously, you guys know there's several ways to do this. I'm not saying my way's correct. I'm not saying your way's correct. There's several ways to do this, to get this look, that I'm going for here. So you'll see it all come together once we start getting more into it. Okay. Let's see here. Now, I don't really need to build up the smile line any. I just, I can because, I have some there. I'm not really, I am going to encapsulate. So I'm not really, I want it built up a little bit, but I'm not concerned about getting it like the way we normally do smile lines, where we have to cut it, we have to make that ledge, and you know stuff like that. This is kind of the easy way to do it. Okay. So let's get on this one. Notice how my gel is staying on one side of my brush. Try to tell people that all the time, especially if you come over from using acrylic. It could get kind of crazy if you start having gel all over your brush. Okay. And at this point, this is when your client's like, um, do you know what you're doing, dude? I said, yeah, I do. Just hold on and was it sit down, shut up, and hold on or something like that? No, I don't talk to my clients like that because we're going for a ride. All right. Okay, I want to get this one really in there. Okay. Um, I want this one to come out further. I don't know why. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I think I just ran a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna put this under for about 30 seconds just so I could know that it's nice and cured. Yep. And I'll go back to the chat and see what we got going on over here. We got Andre Facker. I will sometimes mix concealer pink and peach half and half. It creates a nice color. Yes, it does. It really does. Eric, I taught both of my boys how to sew and they were very crafty and creative. Yeah, we actually have three sewing machines and I have a couple like an old jacket that I really like, but it's like worn out. And I want to take it like totally take it apart, unstitch it or whatever, and recreate the pieces and then build it back together again. So that's one of my goals to do one of these days. Yeah, we have three sewing machines and a sewing room, so we can definitely do that. We just need to not be busy one day. Oh, where's my green that I was going to use? Okay. So I'm going to let me get a striper just in case I get in a jam. There we go. Are you guys still with me? Okay. So basically what I'm creating right now is a background. And this is a really like, you know, I probably have a little bit too thick on there, but I think it'll cure nice because it's got a lot of reflective um, stuff in it, so it tends to cure really nice. All right, where's my All right. Thank you, Sandra. Okay. Then we're going to get this side here. It's kind of tricky getting this side over here. I'm going to have to get my striper here in a second. Okay. Man, I'm shaking. You see me shaking, you guys? I'm so nervous. No, I had I cut caffeine, and I had a half a decaf and or mostly decaf and a little pinch of regular coffee, and I can definitely feel it. Why do I do that to myself? So, as you can see, this green is like not at all, not at all what I wanted, but we're gonna fix that, folks. We're going to fix that, folks. Here, I'm gonna put this under the light, just so I know it cures really nice. Ooh, MJ's here. These are amazing, Eric. He's using a shape shifter gel polish. Yes, I am. Illusion. Okay. You guys make sure to like and subscribe and set your notifications to all so you don't miss a thing. Don't miss none of the do. So I'm using this glitter now, right? So I need to dip my brush in there. So I'm gonna use my Aura Bloom brush, and I'm actually gonna dip my brush in there. So and I'm not exactly sure. I mean, it has a little bit of tack, but it doesn't have enough for me to do anything with it. So if I wanted to glitter press on that, I would be in a jam because it wouldn't stick and it would be all over the place. So I'm getting a little bit of base in your face. So a little bit of base. I mean, I could spread it all over the place if I wanted to, but I don't know. I'm just trying to be neat. Trying to leave a good impression. Okay. Base. It's going to so there was a tiny stick of residue, but once again, it wasn't enough for me. And I think I'm gonna build this up right here. So let me show you on the other one why I'm gonna do this. Okay, real quick though. Hang on. Okay, so I personally I do not like this little ledge right here. As you can see, it's still thin, but I don't like this ledge. I don't like seeing it when your nail's complete. You could see the drop. So, I'm trying to avoid that. So I'm gonna just build it up with a little bit of base, and then you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. So now the side's built up a little bit. Yes, it's high right here, but there isn't like a drastic drop. So you see how this one is? I don't know if you guys can see that. You see how this drops really, really drastically right here? So I'm gonna fill that in a little bit. Now this is, I mean, these are the things um that bother me. The things that bother me. So I'm gonna just build it up a little bit, and we definitely have plenty of room um to encapsulate still. So but don't worry about that. Okay. All right. Let's put that away for now. So let's go in with the green. Now, um, so I'm going to go in with the green here. How's your night, MJ? Are you having dinner right now? I bet it was a long day for you. I talked to you twice. Once when we woke up and once when you were just going to get started. So I'm showing you this just, I mean, I could have actually went, and really dug deep and found a really, really bright, a really, really dark green. But um, this is kind of something that you could do if you don't have the green. So I'm going to press this in. Yes, I'm using my finger. It's okay. Everything's going to be all right. And I see a little bit on here. So I'm just going to take it off. Try not to get any on. But if you do, it's okay. Okay. So that's all in there. Okay. Now, let's do this one. So I'm going to try to stay in frame and make sure that my other nail is not going to get a bunch of glitter on it. Oh. Okay. Now I'm going to press this in. I got a little bit on the pink, so I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to get it off. My the brush kind of like flipped up and got a bunch just like frayed it on there. Okay. Come off. There you go. Clean it really good again and go back in and get some more. All right, that's good. Good enough. So I'm going to press that in a little bit. And so you guys remember, it does cure we do have a cure. After you cure it and you press, you still have a little bit of cure time left in your base gel that you put underneath. If you go right into the next step, your your glitter press is going to move, and you'll have a glittery mess. So just remember to go back in and just get that final cure, and you'll be fine. People think that like gel is really, it's really funny how it works. So um yeah, even if you, like I just showed you, even if you cure your base to um do a glitter press, you could still, when you press it in, it still has a little bit of cure time in it, so it's going to stick really nice. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and go with our next step we're going to do. So for my next act, I'm going to get a little bit of base. And I'm going to try to stay off that. Okay. Little bit of glitter comes off your brush, but not much. So this is gonna, so after I glitter press, obviously, it's not gonna have a sticky layer anymore. So this is where I'm going to get my sticky layer. Cure this real quick. You know what? I really think that this tip of this, the tapered edge, is not working with me here too well. I want it darker, like way darker. There we go. Okay. Oops. Go back over this one more time. Okay. Cool. Now, let's get some flakes. See, this is a real quick way to do this. I mean, it's, I mean, I like just the regular gold, and I might do that, but I don't know. Let's see what this looks like. Mm, I think this is too much. I mean, I like that gold color right there. It looks pretty similar to that, but I'm going to grab it. So here's what I'm looking at here. I'm going to get this. I like the way this piece looks right here. Okay. Uh, get off my thing. Okay. I think it's looks really similar to what I have. It's probably the same thing, but let's look at it. Okay, am I out of screen? Oh, I'm out of screen. Here. There we go. It's slightly different color. Little bit, yeah, it's a little bit darker. Okay. So now I'm gonna have to basically get little strips and I'm gonna have to place them right along the line here. Wasn't picking up, so I had to kind of no, 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 no. I don't want you there. Okay. Oh. Okay. Get there. Get there. Don't mess with me right now. Okay. Excuse me. Am I still on camera? Okay. Kind of come up here a little bit. Great. Great. Just great. Okay. Now, let's do the other one. Now that I think about it, like, which way is quicker, huh? Cut it in a whole smile line or doing it like this? I think this way is a little bit quicker. Quicker. Oh, no. Okay. Right there. Right there. Right there. Okay. Okay. Moving right along. So that one's kind of curved for me already, right where I want it. So I'm just going to drop it. Hopefully it lays where I want it. And I want it right, right there. Yes. Yes. Okay. Are you guys still with me? Okay. And one more little piece right here. I think we're good. Whoa. Why did you come up? Okay. Okie dokie. So, let's cure this. Okay. Actually, I'm going to cure it in the light because I want that gold flake to really stay on good. All right. Yeah, my thumb's smashed. My nail's kind of messed up. Okay. So let's just get on. Okay. So I'm going to. Oh, I got some glitter on there. Oh well. You can't see it that much. Okay. So let's go to encapsulate. So we do have probably enough here already, but I'm just going to go over it anyway. It's not that bad to file off, so I'm not even worried about it. Yeah, I came home today um, from the salon, and my neighbor was outside blowing leaves, and um, he's moving to Dubai. His wife's there already. She's a nurse, and she's in charge of a big hospital there of the nursing staff. And we were kind of talking about, I asked him if she was safe and stuff like that. He said, yeah, she's in a good area. The stuff like that. It's just pretty interesting conversation to actually know someone who's like there is kind of a trip. So I'm going to look at it from the side. Are you guys still with me? Look at it from the side. See if I need any volume here. Yep. All right. So we're good. Let's flash cure this, get it nice and set. I think I could get away with putting a little bit more here. Yeah, and if you're concerned about filing out, it's all good. You guys know that we fix file outs. Oh, good. Okay, flash set that. Okay, let's get some. Okay, I know I have enough back here already, but I just want to make sure I get a full coverage with my build pink. And if you guys are new on the channel, you guys know that we I see my flake moving, so I'm gonna cure it there because I don't want it to move anywhere. Okay. Continue. And we'll just go ahead and continue. Oop, I see you there moving too. Come on. Don't be moving on me, man. You know better than that. Get over there. Ooh, man, this is like jewelry. Like, imagine doing a full set like this and just like walking around. Okay. I'm gonna get plenty on here. Making sure I got making sure I got gel and everywhere I need it. And believe me, if you put extra gel on just to be safe, you're good. Because the worst thing that can happen is you not put enough on and you have to come back later and add. And that's not good because remember, this stuff files like butter. So I'm not worried about bulkiness. I'm not worried about those types of things right now. I'm just worried about getting my gel everywhere I need it so I could um have a nice structured nail. So I know I'm a little bit low here, so I'm just gonna add. These nails just look like rich. Like, look at me, I'm rich. I got I got gold in places where you don't have gold. So I think I have enough here now. Okay. Let's set this. Wow. I like the way the green's shiny. I mean, not shiny, but sparkly. Sparkly. Okay. So let's go ahead and cure this for a full minute and then we'll get right into filing. See where we're at. They're rich. They look like money. Yeah. They do you have to stir pots if they are thicker viscosity? No. Um You only, I mean, the only time that we would stir a pot, if it was like sitting for a long time, like concealer pink. If this like sat for a long time, I would kind of stir it a little bit. But no, you don't need to. Um, no, you don't need to stir them. I mean, but we use young nails, and then we use light elegance, so we don't have those types of problems. So I don't know what exactly everybody uses, but if you use what we use, um, you won't have to do that anymore for the rest of your life. So I'm just gonna take the sticky off, both of them. That one wants to come off. Come on, Sally. You've been good to me all stream. Here, let me put you back on. Okay. Okie dokie. So I'm going to file my sides. Kind of give me a roadmap of how I'm going to be filing. I'm going to take one glance at my client profile just to make sure I'm going in the right direction right from the beginning, so you don't have to worry about it. You already know it's going to be shaped really nice because you turned it this way and you could see it. You could see the nails coming in. You know, if you have it this way, it gives you kind of a not the real look. So if you want, you know, if you're having trouble with shaping, I would strongly recommend just taking a glance this way, client profile, just to see where you're at. Because if you continue to file and you don't look at it like this, you know, and then you turn it this way, your nail could be, drastically going to one side. So, and I know if you guys are like everybody else that does nails, sometimes when you file, you kind of have a heavy hand on one side. So you could look at client profile and you could um, combat that. Combat that? Yeah, combat that. Ooh, thanks for the hundreds, you guys. Do you stir it vigorously before you put it away? How was it the first time we opened it? Well, because I didn't make sense to me. Tracy thought the same. Huh. Sorry, leaving the restaurant. Okay. You have a wonderful drive home. I wish I was with you. Eating, I bet you guys are somewhere really delicious. But Southern California has the best, best, like some of the best places to eat. Oh my gosh. Vegas, Vegas does too, but at a different level. Like if you're on the strip, of course you can go to places and get $100 steak. Off of the strip, I mean, food's good. I mean, obviously we found some great places to eat, but you can go to a lot of different places and they kind of like serve the same stuff, like the same, bar burger or stuff like that. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. I'm going to let me get my dust extractor. Hopefully, it's working. Yo, it's fully charged. Yay. All right, hang on 1 second. Let me get situated. Okay. All right. On my screen. Yes. Okay, let's rock. So I'm gonna secure my cuticle. Cuticle. Start from zone 1. Go up to zone 2. Yeah, just bring in the sides. Very cool. Okay. Now, let's get this one done. Put in my cuticle. Now we're going from a side angle. Are you guys with me? I'm staying in center. Okay. So I'm gonna come up. Gonna come zone 1 to 2, and now I'm going from 2 to 3, and I'm getting my arch in. So I'm only coming right over the middle. I'm not coming back here. I'm not coming up here. I'm just doing straight down the middle. So I'm going from zone 1 up to zone 2, from zone 3, and I'm bringing it up to zone 2. And we are there. I like my arch. Everything looks good. Obviously now my arch is in there where I want it. Now I just got to bring in the sides. So I'm going to bring in sides. Okay, I'm just looking at my shape. Getting my shape in there really nice. Okay. Think I like it. Going to go with my arbor band. Let me dust myself off here. You guys remember that our dust extractors at work are like suction, like vacuums that come from the side, so we don't have this much dust on us when we do it. But it's all good. Okay, I'm gonna go down to about 7. And kind of do the same thing. Okay. I like it. Turn it client view to just make sure that we're going in the same, where everything's gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna come up and get this here. I remember when I thought I knew everything about filing, and you guys don't be discouraged with yourselves if you're continuing to practice, keep practicing. But if your shape, is still not coming in, don't be so hard on yourself, because shaping is like one of the very, very last things that you're going to learn. I mean, you continue to learn all the time about shaping, obviously, because different shapes come out, things like that. But I thought I knew everything, and I went to watch, or I went to OWC one time, to go have lunch over there. Um, MJ, she was teaching there, and I was watching Greg teach, and he does a thing that he calls surfing. So surfing, and this is the way he gets his shape. So I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. So Greg calls this surfing, and it actually, you get a really nice shape, and yeah, it's called surfing. And I'm like, man, and I was only there for a few minutes, and I'm like, wow, I learned something today. Surfing with the file. I miss OWCs. That was so cool. I know MJ had a blast teaching them. If you guys were part of that, wow, just wow, it was incredible. I wish they still had it, but all good things must come to an end sometime. So you guys remember that we talked about on your free edges with your square. Some say, I forgot what the question was, but um, to get that really nice, I think about, I think the person wanted like square. They wanted square, but they don't want the corners. uh, to be sharp. So remember that technique that we come like this and kind of come up? Did you guys see that? You come like this and just kind of come up. And you still have the corners, but they're nice and soft, but square at the same time, if that makes sense. Not sharp. Okay. Look at client view one more time. And you guys know me. I'm gonna keep telling you till I'm blue in the face. Client view is gonna be game changer. Those of you guys that are new, this view right here, you see everything. You see imperfections. You see tilts. You see all kinds of different things. Your tip not being straight, or sharp. You can sharpen it up here. I'm a huge proponent of um, the client view. And the reason why we call it a client view is because when they drive off, they're driving off with their hands kind of like this, and their steering wheel, and then they go like this. So they're looking at that. They're looking at, or um, when they're sitting on the toilet or something like that, they're looking down like this. They're looking at their nails. They're doing this. So that's, if we realize that, then we can get that client view really nice. So if you guys aren't doing client view, get with the program. Okay, so gonna work on my cuticle. I feel my file too slow. I had it at 7. I'm gonna take it up to about 9. Yeah, once you start mastering your e-file, you're gonna feel right away like you could almost close your eyes and, or I wouldn't close your eyes, not unless you're with Sally, but you could almost close your eyes and just feel that it's either going too slow or going too fast or something. Like you can feel if your bits not straight, like you feel a little wiggly. As you start getting more more advanced and you start filing, and using your techniques more, um, you're gonna find yourself figuring that out. Like sometimes I would like reach for something and kind of like reach for something and kind of turn this a little bit, and I can feel this, I don't know that I'm doing it, but when I go back to file, I'm like, oh, I turned it down, or I turned it up. So you guys will get that feeling too. So just, okay, that looks good. Wow. Okay. Geez, what am I going to do tomorrow? Tomorrow morning at 8:30, 9:30, I'm coming on again on YouTube, you guys. So if you guys want to check that out, please do. Tell all your friends, family, co-workers, everybody that Eric's going to be on at 9:30 tomorrow. And I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to let you guys design something, or I'm going to have some colors, and I'm going to pick someone who's watching, and I'm going to be like, what do you want to put in the snail? This is all you right now. So, okay. So we're going to go with some protein bond. Wow. Gorgeous. Jewels. This is like jewelry. Imagine having this on all 10 nails. Wow. Just wow. So I see a little thing we got to fix, but let's just go ahead and do it. Let me find my gel. Hang on one second, folks. It's so easy to reach for manicure top, but there's no more manicure top. And super, I think this super shiny is what we're using. Super shiny. Yeah. Or something like that. Hopefully I'm pulling out the right one. Okay. So you guys remember that when we go to fix a file out, we use a soft gel top coat with a good dispersion layer, sticky layer. So that goes on really thin. Okay. Some people would leave it, but we're not going to leave it. And I think I only need it on that one, just right in the corner. Okay. Oh, that was so dumb. Why did I do that? I stuck my brush in my protein bond. I wonder what it's going to do to my protein bond. I don't think it was that bad. Oh my gosh, really, Eric? Goofball. Okay, let's go. $60 seconds. The style is pretty, but I don't love the green and pink and gold together. Replace the pink with purple and teal, and it would be great. Yeah, but I'm doing a St. Patty's Day nail, so that wouldn't work. So I just found some greens and some golds. So that's what I'm doing. If you came in late, Shark the Therian, that's what it is. And it does take a long time, especially when you're teaching and talking and reading all of these comments and all of the stuff that you're saying, Sharky. I love the green and gold. Okay, well, you just said you didn't, and now you do. Okay, well, we settled that. I'm glad that you're here. Okay, here we go. So, I'm gonna get my little striper again. I put it away, but I think I'll be able to find it. Yes. I should have probably cleaned it before I put it in there. Ooh, MJ gonna get mad at me? Yeah, I could bust out a set really quick, but I mean, seriously, I would be probably filing all 10 right now, and I'd be ready to just rock that out. So actually, I'm really happy with this. What I just did right now, it actually covered where I wanted to cover, so I don't have to glitter press it. It wasn't that bad, but I'm just gonna do this anyway. Sonia, it's okay. It's okay. You're okay. I'm glad you're here. What's wrong with her hand? Wow, so original. You know, if I had $1 for everybody that comes on here and says, "Ooh, that hand is an alien," and "Oh, what's wrong? Oh, the hand. Oh, oh, ah," I would be a rich man if I had $1 for everyone that said that. But it's okay. We're we like people to just respond, just to let us know that you're here and you're watching and you're just responding and you're commenting and you're all that stuff. Just love it. Okay. So let's go with the let's see what top coat we're gonna use. I think MJ's loves let's go with let's go with accents. Why not? You know, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and go with this super shiny, elegant glass. It was actually kind of cool. So, yeah, protein bond. Man, I totally stuck my whole brush in this protein bond. I hope it doesn't screw everything up. I don't think it will. I think we'll be fine. Might find something else. Might have just come up with a new product. I don't know what it would be. Okay. Yeah, I do the 20 stroke method. That's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm just kidding. All right. All right. So I think we're good. After it comes out of here, we are done. Um, and of course, you guys could. I mean, I was looking for like a really, really, really dark green, but for some reason did I wasn't able to find it. I forgot to look at work, and I thought that we were going to have one here, but we didn't. So, but anyhow, um, yeah, you can do. I mean, I use concealer pink in the back. You can use concealer peach. That's real pretty, also. I mean, you could mix it together. Um, you can mix concealer pink and concealer peach, and come out with that color. That's also very pretty. Um, I just chose to go with this concealer pink because I really like. I wanted it to like you just really see the difference. You know, if I would have did a little bit of peach, it would have made it a little bit darker, and I wanted that pink, pink, pink in the back. Okay. So at this point, your client's staring at her nails and she can't wait to leave and go to the grocery store and for the store clerk to say, "Oh, let me see your nails." She's just waiting for that moment. No, I don't know what they wait for. I don't know what you guys wait for. I just I've never felt that moment, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But it does sound pretty good. I mean, I'm with MJ like all the time, so I think that's what they tell her. Oh, let me see your nails. Oh my gosh. Waitresses, um, everybody. Everybody who's everybody. So let's just go ahead and I know this is let's get Sally's hand nice and done up. Aquamarine. I think MJ would be able to. Is that the birthstone for March? V, we will do an aqua. Yeah, yeah. I don't. I mean, I could attempt it, but I think you'd probably want to see it more if MJ did it because she's the queen of all that stuff. I'm just the dude that knows how to do nails. Okay, so I used this right here. This color comes in this pack. I'll put everything in the description when I'm done. So I used this color. I used gold flakes. I'm sure Gemini has gold flakes. Gemini has this multi-color flakes. I used illusion. Let's see here. I'm gonna get this. Okay, so I used illusion. Oh man, what else did I use? I used concealer pink. I used I'm actually gonna put this under here. Yeah. And I used these. Nobody cares about the bits. Bits are dumb. Okay. So we got light elegance super shiny top coat. And I think that's all I used. So let's see if anyone I'm gonna look in the chat one more time just to say hi and bye to everybody. But thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. I really appreciate it. You hanging in there with me. I know I went a little bit long, but it happens sometimes when you're teaching, and that's fine. It'd be worse if I was telling stories. So, so you the bomb dude, Charmaine, thank you so much. Yeah, tomorrow at 9:30, I'll be on, and I'm gonna pick someone out of the crowd, and I'm gonna have them help me get my nail art situated. Here, let me take this out. That looks ghetto. Don't be ghetto, Eric. Okay. I'm just adjusting this so I can get my thumbnail. So bear with me for a second. There we go. Yeah. Groovy. So thank you guys for coming on tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna get off. Yes, Tyrone was in the house tonight. I appreciate everybody. See you guys at 9:30 in the morning tomorrow. I'll be doing a demo. Once again, I'm going to pick someone out and you're going to help me create. So love you all. Thanks for joining me. And we'll see you tomorrow at 9:30, everybody. Have a great night.